Hi, everybody. Welcome to Katie in the Morning. I'm Katie Page, Director of Member Relations at the National Association of Healthcare Assistants. Have you guys ever said anything or done something and then instantly regretted doing it? I have. I do it probably once a week, not necessarily at work, but I feel so sorry for the customer service people at Walmart. I mean, they have probably a harder job than we do. These people, the residents, these customers come in here upset, and the people behind the counter are the ones that have a tendency to kind of get that backlash from them. Essentially, what it comes down to, the biggest part about being a CNA is caring about what you do. At some point, I don't know when, but in every CNA's career, there is a moment, even just a fraction of a moment, where we go from caring about what we're providing to just providing care. And that's one of the things I want to talk to you guys about today is putting that care back into what we're doing. You can do the worst job of providing the essential cares as long as you're talking to that person, engaging that person, letting them know that you're there in that moment with them. They will love you forever. It doesn't matter if you do a horrible job cutting their nails or forget to brush their hair or skip brushing their teeth before breakfast. As long as they know that you're there with them in that moment and caring about them individually, they are going to love you. You are going to be their favorite CNA. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we're going to kind of talk about that topic a little bit more.
I promise you, in a NACA facility, residents get better care because they're being cared for by a higher educated, and I'm not talking college, I'm talking a person that has industry education. This makes them the best at the bedside, and we've proven it time and time again.
NACA takes care of our CNAs, the most important force within any long-term care community.
What a pleasure it has been and will continue to be to have the partnership that we have in Arizona, and I would really encourage other states to do the same.
Any facility out there that may be watching this that would like to go through the NACA process of transformation, you get a hold of NACA and we'll be there to serve with excellence by a higher educated, and I'm not talking college, I'm talking a person that has industry education. This makes them the best at the bedside, and we've proven it time and time again.
NACA takes care of our CNAs, the most important force within any long-term care community.
What a pleasure it has been and will continue to be to have the partnership that we have in Arizona, and I would really encourage other states to do the same.
Any facility out there that may be watching this that would like to go through the NACA process of transformation, you get a hold of NACA and we'll be there to serve with excellence every day, all day, anytime you need us.
For more information, visit us online at nacacna.org or call 417-623-6049. Tune in to CNA TV every Friday at 3 p.m. Central Time for long-term care news with Dane Henning.
Welcome back to Katie in the Morning. I want you guys to do me a favor. I want you to sit there for just a second and imagine yourself sitting in a nursing home, in a recliner, in your room for an 8-hour period even. And the only people that are talking to you is when the environmental aide comes in and says, do you need more ice water? A person coming in and saying, hey, it's time to get up for lunch. We need to go to the bathroom. And that's really the only engagement that you have with people throughout the day. As a CNA, I have a tendency to kind of run through my head the routine that I'm going to do before I go into a room. That probably isn't the best way to do it because not every routine is going to be the same because not every resident or person that you're providing care for is the same. That's kind of what I was talking about when I was talking about going from the care that we're providing to providing care. I think CNAs, as we kind of get into that groove of what we're doing and like the facility policies and protocols and even the agenda for the day, we kind of set into this routine of the umpteen million things that we have to do in our 8-hour shift. We start rushing through it. And then these residents kind of get their actual caring, the need to be cared for gets pushed aside. And that's something that I have to constantly remind myself of when I'm working the floor is each individual person's needs and what they're wanting from us, not just like the physical care but the emotional care as well. How many times have I seen a CNA walk by a room with the light on? Hold on just a minute, you're not my priority right now. That is probably the worst thing that you could say to a resident, because you should be their priority, or they should be your priority the entire time that you're there. Each individual resident is your priority. I know that's a really heavy burden to bear, but that's essentially what we sign on to. That's part of the oath that we've taken as a CNA, is to care for individuals as individuals, not as a group. Um, I can't wrap my head around the fact that when we're going through our routine and we're like rushing through our day, how that person feels when we're walking by them, or their call light's been on for 15 minutes. I know it doesn't sound like a long time to us, but how long a minute is depends on which side of the bathroom door you're standing on. That's an old saying, but a minute to the person standing outside the door waiting to go to the bathroom seems like a lot longer than the person who's already in there and taking care of whatever they need to take care of in that minute span. So the next time you guys are working the floor, and even if you hear a coworker, tell a resident you're not my priority, or even that moment when they start to get a little snippy, they fall behind schedule, the nurse just ragged on them for something that had nothing to do with them, just kind of remind them and remind yourselves throughout your shift that we're caring for individuals, and caring essentially is the biggest part of what we do. Caring is everything. I thank you guys all for joining me, and I will see you right back here tomorrow at 10 a.m. for Katie in the Morning.